our national energy policy, unleashing American energy, is a priority of the federal administration, and how I wanted to tell the story of how solar energy, while I'm all about renewable energy sources, but to push all the chips in for that, for solar energy at its best can only produce 23% of the capacity that we need as Americans, and especially as Southwest Floridians. It doesn't mention anything about going to alternative sources. You know, we need oil, natural gas, hydro, coal, biofuels, and even nuclear energy sources. One singular gas-powered plant can produce more energy than a solar field of 680 acres at a quarter of the cost and with only 1% of the land. And nothing, the public needs to be made aware of that. You know, everybody jumps on the bandwagon for renewable energy. I've got a solar field going into our West Texas property. The most expensive thing on that property, the most useful thing on that property is a rock. The second most useful thing is a cactus. And so therefore, that property, we can't farm it. We've never been able to farm it. The mesquite trees have burned off of it. The cows can't eat, there's no grass. So yes, we put a 60-acre solar field on there, and I hope that it produces power, but that's the only useful thing. Here, FP&L is taking 680 acres of ag land based on a 1973 law that says as long as they produce 75 megawatts of energy, all they have to leave is 6 acres of that 680 acres as ag land, and that they can capture the other. They don't have to go for environmental surveys. They don't have to have permits. They don't have to have anything that's usually required by taking over property. And to me, that's an abuse of a 1973 law that was probably intended for good, but has turned for bad. I wanted to mention all of that in the resolution. And I wanted the people to know that we're not just subject to FP&L, that the people have choices. It would be a difficult change, but it's a change that the people do have. We're not going to sit back and let a powerful company stick something down our throats without speaking back and without fighting back. And that's what this resolution is all about to me. It may be different than to the other commissioners. I don't know where they're at. But without standing for the people of Collier County, this is going to be inevitable. There is going to be a massive rate increase. They are going to do it on our dime, and we have the choice and we have the voice to fire back and to send a message to our state legislatures, to our state government, to our governor that says we, the people of Collier County, we're resolved as commissioners to represent our people and not to just allow that to happen willy-nilly.